May I outline my motivations? I understand this may be the end, and I wish to start from the beginning. If you can do me this one courtesy. My path with this organization did not start on the 13th of October. My fiancée many years ago paid the cost to this organization, as did my cousin Cesar. But fast forward, on that day, I knew my path was tied, and perhaps the blood and pain that I suffered was the ticket necessary to be involved with this force here. One job after another, one near miss after another. Of the 6 men I started with, only 3 alive now. Of the 7 people that Edgar is responsible for killing, I am then sent beyond the veil, a world of suffering. You had offered me a prize then, a reward for my devotion. You told me about it first in the docks. I believe I was the first to understand that this organization will put the plug on the cargo containers bringing in the goods. And with that piece of information, I was promised power. But I had a deal with death. I tried to defy him, and they took me away to a place called Purgatory. I spent a long time in that place, and I suffered greatly. I was left in nothingness. It was there that I snatched off the ring that was binding Isaac, the body onto which Pestilence was attached to. And in that time, I had 2 visitors. One, I believe, was yourself. The only other was Lang. Or so I thought it was. But it was some spirit, some shadow that was inhabiting his form, who came to see me, who showed me the way out. Upon my release from that place, you positioned me in a house with him, and there he revealed to me that it was not him, for he could not recollect when he came to visit me, but it was the shadow that lives in him. The shadow that has inhabited his bloodline for centuries. It was that force that came to see me. I had to know more about it. It seemed greater than any gun, any monies, and I knew it was something very powerful if you had set me to search for it. I had to know what that power was that even this organization feared, or so I believed. And so, the Tempest was sent to uncover. And I did. I learned many things. Many things that at the time I did not understand, that you no doubt understand. I learned the true purpose of Babylon, why it was built, its sole purpose, what was to be brought there and kept. I wanted to know what power was greater. The one that governs this one here that I stand before, the power of the shadow. I am satisfied now. I have witnessed it, and I have rebuked it. I was promised many things there. Guns and everything else. But I rebuked it. And I left with nothing. And I stand here now with hate and spite. And I see that there was only ever one path for me. And although it was a bloody and painful one, it was this one. Not because they give me things or toys. That was never a motivation for Edgar. If it was, I could never bring myself to burn the blueprint or to walk away from what they had in Babylon or to give up the millions that I had possession of. But if there is ever a thing now that I believe I understand, it is the nature of man. The nature of leaders and followers, and San Andreas as a whole. If there was ever a soul that wishes to see the goal of San Andreas in ruin, even if it is a plan B, there will be no one more determined than Edgar. Something was passed to me the other day when I was in the auction. It was given to me by a man in a white mask. It is a coin in my pocket. I believe it is a coin of great power and significance. If what is to be done today is to happen, I wish you to take the coin. I don't want to see it lost with me. If it is come time for the tempest, I admit it's a bit unruly, unpredictable, and like a storm, hurts all those around, sometimes even his allies. But I wish that whatever entourage I have left, they can serve in the destruction of San Andreas, or at least in the aims of the Faceless. And if the winds of the tempest are to blow again, I wish it is employed in the service of this year. Not to be rewarded by any money or cash, that was always secondary. But to see this place come down, I don't believe there is...
Yo, Edgar. There's something that you've always done. That is coming face to face knowing that it may be your last. That means something. Most men run when the shadows start whispering their name. But you, Edgar, you once thought you could talk your way through the dark, didn't you? We saw promise in you. A mind that moved like smoke, hard to catch, hard to kill. We gave you tools, access, trust, and in return, You gave us potential. But potential, Edgar, is a fragile thing. And it burns faster than loyalty. That coin may be your lifeline, your symbol. When this place burns, and it will, Edgar, if you still carry this when the smoke clears, then maybe, just maybe, loyalty isn't proven when it's easy, Edgar. It's proven when it hurts, when it scars. You wanted to play all sides. Now you'll learn how it feels to stand right in the middle.
I will bear this and understand it could not have happened any other way. I had to know what the other side had to offer. I have faced the fire before, though it nearly cost me my life. I have faced death once before, and I was taken beyond the veil. And if this is my end, then so be it.
You know, it's poetic that these barrels were specially ordered from humane labs. You can see their logo on the barrel. The blueprint. You gave us ashes once. Now we return the favor. If you somehow walk out of this alive, Edgar, the debt is gone. If not, then the fire collected what was owed.
No fancy speeches, no final words. I will reap what I have sown.